All right, 2026, we are back in action. New spot, let's check it out. So working my way up from the bottom, going up this little lead, and it splits right above me. There's a fork. Now that they're approaching together, I actually intercepted a small trail that came off to the side. And right here's where the animals cross, right where the water comes out of the ground. That spring head's just down there, maybe 40 foot below me. And immediately, oh my gosh, look at all these tree limbs on the ground. This oak was completely destroyed. There are no limbs left on part of it. This is really what I'm looking for out here during the summer. You know, seeing fresh sign is really exciting, but it's going to be irrelevant by the time fall comes around. And right here's where he bedded down last year. Pretty typical, leaning up against the bottom of a tree, slope angle, and they almost always leave these claw marks in the bark. That's probably the best example I've ever found for camera purposes. But you'll notice there's a triangle that they make. They've got food, water, bed. All right, here's the trail I came in on. Got us a little marker tree. Bear scratched that up. Got some old buck sign around here. Got us another bed right here. Claw marks like clockwork. There's a big stand of red oaks here, northern reds, bunch of hickory trees. You can see some of the damage that was left behind from last year. This one bedded right next to this little trickle of water. I mean, it's coming straight out of the ground right here. So this right here is a scour seep. You can see there's just a big chunk of earth missing from likely a hurricane, some kind of major rain event. The soil got waterlogged. It just blew out, leaving this deep scour. As you can see, the animals have a trail just wore down to the mud getting to this water. Check out all these claw marks in the log. Bears climbing up over it. If you look up the trail right here, there's a little rub tree. Good grief, what a bear bed. That's a big bear. That little log right there, that's the scour seep right there. So everything I've looked at so far today, those have been down in a low hollow. One of them was a scour seep. But they're all just in little oddball locations. But you can still see the effect that it has on the animals. I mean, they're just trail magnets. So now I'm up at a community spring. I call this a community spring because we're no longer in some weird oddball location. Now we are dead center of a major travel corridor. Now I'm on a bench system. The animals are naturally going to be following this bench. And I've also got a saddle directly above me. So animals are naturally going to be using this saddle. Put two and two together, now we've got a ton of animal movement. But what happens when you put these two features together is you get these major spring heads. Keep in mind, we're in a 10-year drought right now, so we're technically, 30 inches below average for rainfall. So, and this thing is still kicking out water. There's one side of it. Here's the other. Drought conditions. A lot of times I'll dig some of these spring heads out and make little wallows, but these are actually natural. We've got two natural wallows here. So we got the two bare wallows right there. Right here we got an old rub tree. This holly bush. Spring's right down there. Look at this. Got bear sign, deer sign on the same tree. More claw marks on this little scratching post right here. You see this end of it got twisted off. So this tree right here just bent over and snapped right there. That's actually from a pretty good sized bear just coming through and marking territory. Got another little scratching post here. Here's a bigger one, older one anyway. See the top of it's all clawed up from the bears. And down here in the bottom, pig's actually been rubbing mud all over it. just a little 180-degree turn here. Old buck rub. So we got 3 different species all marking the same spot. And that's what we're after, folks. Anyway, got our camera hung for this area. Time to move on to the next one. See y'all later.